The Drive-Thru. I'm your host, Tony T. We broadcast live here on Pig Dogs and Sports Chat Place YouTube channel throughout social media. We'll get you out of here before the top of the hour. Give you guys enough time to get those bets in for the primetime games. And that's what we do here on the Drive-Thru Monday through Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Deliver live free picks for the games beginning at 7 p.m. Eastern Time and later. And to deliver those winners, our professional handicappers over at Pig Dogs and Sports Chat Place will meet the cappers to get right to the picks as we don't mess around here on the Drive-Thru. Let's say hello here to Joey. Joey, what's going on?
Hey, what's going on, Tony? Happy Wednesday. How you doing?
I'm doing great here on this Wednesday afternoon. Rod, what's going on?
Well, not too much, Tony. Crazy little warm spell before we get the cold spell coming. So by the weekend, supposed to be dropping to minus 30 again. So it is what it is. I enjoyed the outdoors a little bit today. But still, it's a busy time of year. 13 hockey tomorrow, so it's crazy.
Yeah, I know.
Schedule. Here, I have 2 tonight, and tomorrow we'll give you 13 instead. So why not split it up and do 7 and 6 instead of doing 2 one night, 13 the next? It's like
yep. Yep. I guess TNT wants it all to themselves. That's really how it works here. Let's have Big Al Bet. What's happening?
Not much. Just I've got 3 plays tonight, 2 in the NBA, 1 in college, so a relatively light day for me. I've also handicapped the football at some point. I'll probably have 4 or 5.
All right, then we've got a little bit of your audio is cutting out there. Big Al, let's see a Wayne. Wayne, what's going on? Probably up.
Everything's good with me, Tony T. Solid college day yesterday. 1 game under 500 2 days in a row, so I'm looking to get back in on the winning side of things for the day. Good NBA card. Ready to break it down with the fellas.
Let's break it down indeed. So let's get underway here with this NBA card. They give us, I believe, 11 games tonight. So let's get this one underway. We'll get to the NBA graphic, and let's get this show rolling here with tonight's NBA as we'll be ready to roll here with NBA coverage for tonight. So there's the games that we'll start with. We'll do these in blocks. We'll start here with the Knicks and Sixers. Knicks, 6-point favorites on the road, total 218.5. We'll also be covering in this block Celtics, Raptors. Celtics now up to 14.5, total 229. Magic and Bucks. Bucks hold here hold as a favorite of 6 points, total 212.5. We'll get this block here underway here with Big Al.
Yeah, I mean, I want to go against Toronto as the big underdog. Big underdog on the big.
Yeah, unfortunately your audio is just not. It's not coming in very clearly.
Yeah, I mean, I can jump off just because I can't control it.
All right, yeah, unfortunately, yeah, because your sound is just muffled here on this one today. So.
Yeah, it's sorry about that.
All right, there from Big Al. Next up, we move on over to Rod.
Yeah, for me, this time slot of games, I'm looking at 229.5 in that matchup, and I think we get over the total in that one. We've seen the Raptors team, when they play some of these good teams, they definitely don't mind getting into a track meet. Sometimes not playing a whole lot of defense are these Raptors. So 229.5, I think we can get into the 230s there in that matchup. And looking at the Magic taking on the Bucks, it was dropped to 5.5, back up to 6. I like the Magic there plus the 6 in that one. Bucks in the second half will back covering 6, and just not where I want to be. I'll take these 6 points with the Magic in a game that I think comes right down to the wire. The total tells you all you need to know. First to 100 type game. Yeah, I'll take the Magic plus the points there in that one.
There from Rod. I'll give you an update on some of the injuries here for the New York. It's McCullough, Robinson, Towns. Carl-Anthony Towns out here for New York. Brunson is probable. On the Philly side, no Drummond, no Embiid, no Lowry. Both Martins are out. George is questionable. Celtics and Toronto, a clean injury report for Boston. Toronto here will be without quickly. And we looked at that Orlando game. We got Giannis probable, Middleton probable. Trent here is out. For Orlando, it's going to be Patazzi, Harris, Suggs, Wagner, Franz Wagner out. Howard is doubtful. Joseph and Caldwell Pope questionable. Next up, we move on over to Joey.
Yeah, so there's this one game in this spot that I like, and sorry, Rod, I'm going opposite here. I like the Bucks laying the points here on the back-to-back. I think the Magic are really going to struggle on this road spot. They're 1-4 against the spread against the Central Division this season, and 9-11 in all road contests. The Bucks are 2-1 against the spread off a home win and 3-0 straight up. I think they pull away late in the fourth quarter and cover this number.
From Joey, next up we move on over to Wayne.
Yeah, we're going to take advantage of two so-so offenses in that Knicks-Philly game. I like the under 218, I believe it is. Like I said, Knicks coming off an explosive game against the Bucks, scoring about 140. I don't feel like they can back that up, especially without Towns in the lineup. This is already a team that struggles with depth. And on the other side of that, Philly has been playing good defense on and off for the most part, but offensively is where they're struggling. Just missing too many guys and not playing in rhythm. The team looks out of sort in a lot of ways on the offensive end, kind of one and done, trying to feed it to either Maxey or the star players, role players, just hand it off to them and wait. Lower pace game, defensive game, I'm riding with the under.
There from Wayne. All right, I'll tell you what I think here about these games here. I like the Knicks here. Phillies failed to cover 6 of 7. New York on the road, good offensive team, averaging 118 points per 100 possessions. The Sixers have really struggled at home for offense, 27th in offensive efficiency, and their defense has really gone south. I mean, if you look at the Philly box score the other night, I don't even recognize these guys. I mean, it was good. Their leading scorer here was Gershon Yabusele and Richie Council. So when you click their links, it takes you to there's no profile for these guys. So this is who you're dealing with with the Sixers. So I'll look at the Knicks in that spot. Celtics and Raptors, give me Toronto plus the points. They've been a good cover team at home, covering 13 of 20. Toronto here. Boston is a team that really has had their issue covering the spread here. The shooting over the past 5, just 44% overall. Raptors in very good shooting form. I'll look at them covering this spread here. And I think we're looking at that Orlando game. I'm going to take the points here with Orlando. They do have rest advantage coming in. The Bucks here have struggled struggling here at home, failing to cover 11 of 17 at home. 0-4 the spread against winning teams. I'll look here at Orlando. Let's continue here on the drive-thru as we get ready here for the next series of games here as we put up the odds screen for you right now. Next up we have in this block, there'll be a block of 3 games. We've got Mavericks and Pelicans. The Pelicans a point favorite here, total 221. Grizzlies and Spurs. The Grizzlies on the road, 2.5, total 240. Hawks and Bulls. The Bulls going to be laying 6 now, total 235. That's up from 2 points early this morning. Let's keep an eye on some of these injuries tonight and some of these games as we look here at these games now. Let's see. We do have the Hawks Bulls in this spot, right? So in the 8 Eastern time slot, we've got Mavericks and Pelicans. Luka's out, Exum's out, Lively's out. Irving has been downgraded to doubtful. Doubtful for Irving here. It is the back end of a back-to-back. Had a very shaky return from that injury, but the media reports here, it would be no surprise if the Mavericks rest him here, coming off an injury here in that spot. Pelicans, no Ingram, no Jones. Zion out for New Orleans. Murray is probable there. Atlanta, Chicago. The reason we're seeing the movement here, we got Hunter out, Johnson, Nance, Versace, Trae Young, Zeller, pretty much the starting lineup out here for Atlanta. For the Bulls, Sanogo and Craig out, Kobe White, Dosunmu, and Ball questionable there in that one in that game. All right, so I think we've got you covered in those, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, we need the Memphis game, right? Memphis and the Spurs. Memphis, no GG, no Smart, no Spencer, no Williams. Huff is probable. So Khan out for the Spurs. So now we got you caught up with the injuries. We started off here with Rod.
Yeah, a couple I like in the spot here. I'll take the Memphis Grizzlies heading into San Antonio. They love to play the Spurs here. Do Memphis, that's why they're favorite there in that spot. They're pretty dominant. 11 straight wins is the favorite versus the Spurs. I think they go in there and hoop it up, do plenty enough there to get the 2.5 point cover for us there with the Grizzlies. And then the other one I'm looking at here in this spot is I like the where is it? Give me the over 220.5 there, Dallas and New Orleans. I know we got a boatload of guys out, and you're going to see some guys that you're like, who the heck is that in the box score with those guys going? But they just step up. They're all players. How much defense can we play in that game between Dallas and the Pelicans? A whole lot of nothing. So give me the over 220.5 in that one. You see the stars out. A lot of defense is played. It just looks like a G League hustle game where it's just back and forth, shoot. No worrying about a shot clock. No slow pace game. Give me the over 220.5 Dallas and the Pelicans.
There from Rod. Next up, we move on over to Joey.
Yeah, so there's two spots here that I like. I like the over in the Bulls game. The Hawks are 9-6 to the over as a road dog, and the Bulls are 3-1 to the over at home when playing on back-to-back games. The Hawks rank 21st in defensive rating, and I truly think the Bulls will be gassed out by the time the fourth quarter comes, so I see a lot of points in that one. And then I like Mavs on the money line. I know they have a lot of injuries, but even with all these injuries, they should have enough depth to beat the Pelicans. They only have 9 wins on the season. They're 2-7 against division opponents dating back to last season, and the Mavs are 10-3 straight up on back-to-back games and playing on the road. So give me the Mavericks on the money line.
There from Joey. All right, next up we move on over to Wayne. Oh, Wayne went on frozen mode here. On frozen, like the weather got cold out there. All right, let's tell you what's going on here. Tell you what I think about these games here. I'm going to look here at the Spurs plus the points. They cover 6 of 10 at home against winning teams. The issue with Memphis has been their defense over their past 5, allowing 48% shooting, 44% from 3. We know the Spurs shot the ball well in that Laker game. I'll look at the Spurs plus the points. Hawks and the Bulls. Boy, this one here has really moved up to 6. I can only look at the Bulls in this spot. The Bulls have been shooting the ball very well over their past 5 games, 50% shooting, 44% from 3, and defending at the three-point line very well. Atlanta's going to be out pretty much without their starting lineup tonight in that one. Mavericks and Pelicans. Look at the Pelicans here. Dallas has failed to cover 8 of 9. They really had trouble scoring. That's the issue I have with Dallas. They did it again against Denver. Even with Irving in the lineup, they just have trouble getting the ball in the basket right now without their guys. I'll have to look at Pelicans. Even though they got guys on the list tonight, I think they have enough there in their lineup to get the cover against the Dallas Mavericks. All right, let's continue here on the drive-thru as we get ready here for the next series of games here from the NBA. So let's continue here with the next block. Up next, we have the Rockets and Nuggets here. Nuggets going to lay 2 in this one, total 230. Hornets and Jazz. We have the Hornets here on the road, 5.5, total 221.5. Warriors and T-Wolves. T-Wolves up to 6 now, total 215.5. Let's see what the injury report shows us here for these series of games. Houston and Denver. No Smith. Landale, who really has been ineffective this season. Eason is doubtful again for Houston. On the Denver side, Concar out. Gordon was a late addition to the injury report. Straher and Murray are probable. Let's see what the story is on Gordon because he really helps out this team. Iffy here, a second game of back-to-back. Media speculations here are possibly hold him out for rest purposes. Remember, he has that right calf injury that he came off of, so questionable status there for Gordon in this game. We'll see if they rest him or not. On the Charlotte side, we got Okogie and Mann out on Charlotte. For Utah, a lot of scorers here: Clarkson, Collins, Markin, and Sexton. Almost pretty much their starting lineup, and their backup guy Juzang. So Utah there coming in really pretty much running their backups in the starting rotation tonight. Other than Cantor George, I think is a 6th man off the bench. So yeah, they're going to be paper thin here depth-wise. So the Warriors in Minnesota, no Kuminga, no Podziemski. We know they're going to be out for a while. Green is questionable, so is Anderson. Payton and Jackson Davis probable. Just Shannon here out for Minnesota. So Minnesota pretty much full strength here. We'll take a look at it. So we'll get this one underway here with Rod.
Yeah, looking at these ones here, you know what? I'm going to take Denver at home here. We've seen that line. It was Denver at a plus number, and it's slowly crept up to $1.50 now, or a -1.5 now. Is that line? Yeah, I'll lay the minus 1.5 there with the Nuggets at home. Solid on the back-to-back is Denver, because it's 7 straight spreads on the cover of the second leg of a back-to-back. So I'll take Nuggets there. And you know what? Even with the Jazz and all those guys out there, I just don't trust. I just don't. I cannot trust the Charlotte Hornets on the road to score enough offense to be able to win a basketball game, especially on the road. Lane 5, I can't do it. I'll take the Jazz, even with their G League awesome team going in that one there tonight. I'll take the 5 points with the Jazz. They just get up for these games at home. Just too many points there as well. I'm definitely leaning to maybe taking the money line too in that matchup with the Jazz. You know what? I am going to do it. Give the Jazz on the money line. I don't trust the Hornets on the road to get the win in that one, even with all those guys out. I've seen it plenty of times in the NBA. You see all those guys out, and the team still comes and hustles and gets the win. I'll take the Jazz there.
There from Rod. Let's go on and move on over to next up would be Joey.
Yeah, so there's just one game I like in this time block, and it's the Rockets on the money line. Rockets are strong on the road. They're playing some really good basketball right now. They're 12-5 straight up in all road contests this season, and Denver's just 2-2 at home to start off 2025. I think the Rockets will give them a good challenge here, and at plus money price, I like them on the money line.
There from Joey. All right, next up we move on over to Wayne.
All right. Sorry, Tony, my phone is had died. Can you tell me what games are on? I kind of just run through.
All right, on this block of games, we had let's go back to it. That might be an easier way to do it here. So in this block of games, we had Warriors and the Timberwolves, and then we went to Hornets, Jazz, and then Rockets and Nuggets. So those are the three that we have in this block.
All right, yeah, give me the Timberwolves in this spot with the Warriors sitting this many players. This is typically a spot where we have two defensive teams. Both of them kind of struggle with offense, but I think the offense can get going with the home squad in Minnesota. Give me the healthier team in this spot. This is where Minnesota typically shows out against the stronger teams in the West Coast. They normally play hard and then come back and they'll blow them out and then come back and lose to somebody like Charlotte. That's why we call them the house of disappointment. So give me Minnesota to win and cover in this spot. And I'm on Charlotte, man. This team is healthy. It's a team to watch out for. I think this is one of them games that they go out there and they show out and they actually cover this. I can lay up to 10 with Charlotte in this one. Jazz on tankathon mode. You see them do this every season. Start off strong, throw those, kind of figure out who they want to keep, and start throwing those young guys out and start preparing to get another low draft pick. So give me Charlotte in this spot.
There from Wayne. All right, let's work backwards. Wayne, the games previous we had in this one before you got signed off were Mavs, Pelicans, then we had Hawks, Bulls, then we had Grizzlies, Spurs.
Man, all three of these games are kind of trappy. I can make a point on a couple of them for both ways, but I'm going to take Memphis on the road. Don't love it, but I just feel like I'm getting a better team in the short points. I feel like this line is so tight because the Spurs are at home. Anytime I feel like I'm getting a better team, I'm going to take them and go ahead and lay it with them and just trust that they're going to play up to expectations. They do have the bigs to bang with Wemby and kind of keep him honest, not just all over the place. He's going to have to stay on Edie and J.J. Jackson. They got guys that can control Wemby. If you can control Wemby, you can kind of put the Spurs team in a chokehold. So give me the better team in Memphis in this spot. And Atlanta Bulls, I'm going to have to ride with the Bulls just because of all the guys that's out for Atlanta. And I like the under in that one as well. I just feel like it's going to be tough scoring. And then normally a game is back and forth. I believe that total was set based on most of these guys playing. We got what's the Bulls injury report? I did see Kobe White game time decisions. Another sport is possibly going to be out.
Yeah,
under in that one.
Yeah, that's right. As of now, there was some questionables here for Kobe White, the Sunmo and Ball there, questionable there. But you still have Giddey, Levine, Williams, Vucevic there. But that was the question there. All right, tell you what I think here about these games at this lot at the last block we're covering. Yeah, I'm going to look here. Let's see. We got the Pelicans in here and the Mavericks. Yeah, I talked about the Pelicans having struggle scoring. Yeah, I'm going to take a Denver here as well. Denver just in very good shooting form. The Rockets not in very good defensive form. If you look at their past 5 games, they're allowing 50% shooting, 41% from 3. The Hornets and Jazz, yeah, with Rod there. I just don't trust the Charlotte to shoot the ball well. We got the second unit in there for Utah. Also coming off the bench will be Sensabaugh. Sensabaugh is somebody who's really been contributing. If you look at his numbers off the bench, he's been putting up 25. I saw a game where he had 29 off the bench. So Sensabaugh is somebody who can pick up the scoring for them in this spot against a Hornet team that really has struggled shooting the ball. Whether or not ball plays or not, they just can't shoot. You look at this team here. Hornets 28th in offensive efficiency on the road. Over their past 3 games, shooting just 41%. Those are like college numbers, the way the Hornets are shooting. Jazz have covered here 4 of 5 against the East. I'll look for them in this spot. Can only look at Minnesota here. Minnesota is really defending very well right now. There are some depth issues right now with Golden State with their injuries right now on the report. And the Warriors really struggling to shoot the basketball. Almost looked like Curry. I don't know if you saw his interview. Almost like they're waving the white flag. He's begging the organization, don't make any desperate moves. Don't throw away our draft picks. don't do that for the sake of winning this year. That was kind of depressing to hear Curry say that, but it's kind of where the state is right now. There are teams out there looking for suckers that will trade off their players for draft picks, and maybe they don't want. Maybe they see Schroeder over there saying, "Hey, we don't want any more guys from bad teams." There we go. So we got you recovered there in the. I don't blame them. I've lived in here with the Lakers, trading with the Wizards all the time. So I know it, and getting guys like Dinwiddie off waivers and hoping for the best doesn't work out in the NBA like that. Let's continue on here on the drive through. Next up here, the games in LA. Here we go with our NBA to close it out tonight. Heat and Lakers. Lakers 5, total 215. Nets and the Clippers. The Clippers 14 here, total 214.5. Let's take a look at the injury report up to date here with the latest news. In the Miami game, we got Butler and Richardson out. Adebayo questionable. Ware is also probable there for Miami. On the Lakers side, no Finney-Smith, no Hood-Schifino. Vanderbilt Wood is out. We got LeBron and Davis probable in the game. Brooklyn and the Clippers. Just Tucker out for the Clippers. He didn't play much last year, and really had some issues with the organization. On the Brooklyn side, Bogdanovich, Cam Johnson, Lewis, Ben Simmons, Cameron Thomas, Watford. Their guys out. Claxton, he's also in there as questionable. Looks like D'Angelo Russell and Keon Johnson is going to be our backcourt here. Keon is putting up some points here for this Brooklyn team. So there we go. Caught you up here on these injuries. Let's get this one underway here with Rod.
Yeah, a couple I like here. You know what? I'm going to take that's a big number for the Clippers to lay. So I'm going to take a spot on a Javon's book and take Brooklyn in the first quarter. I think they come out there. That's about what they got. The second half, back-to-back tough spot there for the Brooklyn going against the Clippers. I think they come out hot in that first quarter and get themselves a nice little upset win on the road. You look, they've done 7 straight first quarter wins on this road for this Brooklyn Nets team. So I'm going to keep riding that trend, especially at plus 245 on the money line to outright in the first quarter. I'll take it. Give me the Nets in the first quarter, and I think they completely collapse the rest of the way after that win in the first quarter and lose probably by 20, like we've seen them do over their last few games. So I like that one there. And then I look at the Lakers here. Lakers at home. I think they come out hot in that first half as a favorite. I'm just trying to see what the line is in this first half. Whatever the line is in the first half, I think they got themselves a nice lead. I'll let you know what it is in a moment. But either way, I got the Lakers in the first half coming out. They got to look better than what they did their last time out. They got embarrassed themselves in that last game. So I think they come out here hot, this Lakers team, and get themselves a win. I think it's almost one of those triple-up spots. You can take it first quarter, first half, full game, but I'm going to focus here on that first half. Lakers come out, got a nice lead heading into the locker room in that one. See, someone's boat racing. Someone's with me. Jump on that motorbike that just went roaring by that I heard and race us to the first half lead with the Lakers in that one.
There from Rod. All right, next up, move on over to Joey.
Yeah, so I'm looking at the Nets here with the points. I think the Clippers are good, but I don't think they're great enough to cover that plus 14.5. That's a really big number. But the Nets are a really good cover dog. They're 14-8 against the spread as a road dog and 3-1 against the spread on the road when getting 10 points or more. I like the Nets to cover that one. And then I like the Heat with the points here against the Lakers as well. Lakers are struggling. They've lost 3 in a row. LeBron and AD, you said they're probable for tonight?
Yeah, probable. Pretty much every day. Every day.
And they're Heat are 5-3 against the spread as a road dog from 3.5 to 9.5, and the Lakers are 3-5 against the spread at home with that same exact number. So take the points with the Heat.
Yeah, from Joey. All right, next up, we move on over to Wayne.
Yeah, I'm more in agreement with Rod in that Heat Lakers game. Give me the Lakers. This is normally where they play best at home, coming off a few bad games, and they play well against the East. Kind of smash up on the East. With the size advantage, Adebayo, even if he plays, they still got a pretty strong size advantage. Davis and James are always game time decision. I do think they'll play. I like the fact that they're going more with the defensive guard lineup with Christian Reeves, 2 younger feisty guards, and kind of slow up Hero. Hero's their main scorer, so as long as you got somebody being pesky on Hero, it's gonna be a tough game for Miami. Do respect Jaquez, but with somebody like Rui, I'm gonna mess up my guy's name. With somebody like him on him, I just feel like Lakers have a lot of advantages in this spot. Bounce back at home and cover that 5-5 ain't a lot. It's a couple foul shots and they stretch out cover at the end of the game.
There from Wayne. I tell you what I think about these games here. I'll be looking as well with the Heat here plus the 5. Lakers at home 0-3 the spread against these good 3-point shooting teams that hit 36% or greater from beyond the arc. The Lakers really struggle with their wing defense. Very slow guards trying to cut the corners, trying to sidestep to cover defenders. Very slow. Miami here has defended very well over their past 5 games, holding teams to 42% shooting, 31% from 3. I like the over in the Nets and the Clippers tonight. As we know, the Nets are pretty much the entire starting lineup out in this game. We know what the Nets are doing. It's a back end of a back-to-back. And I remember that when the Clippers hosted the Utah Jazz a few weeks back, and it was a total around the same spot, and the Clippers put up 144 points on them. So I could see this one going over against a bad team, a tanking team that can't stop playing a lick of defense right now. You look at the Nets over their past 5 games, give up 50% shooting, 39% from 3. So who's playing defense? Their backups. And the backups of the backups, which are probably a lot of G Leaguers. So if you ever watch G League basketball, there's really no defense going on over there. It's so much space on over the court. If you ever watch the ESPN Plus games, it's ugly, man. It's just all it is. Just guys trying to pad stats. That's what the G League is all about. All right.
I turn the sound off. I can't watch it. It's a speakerphone is what it sounds like to me. So sometimes I put some background music on when you watch the G League. It's all right to watch because it's some pretty fast-paced basketball, not bad stuff, but like I said, it can get pretty
A lot of squeaks, no sound, there's no sound in the building.
Yeah, just,
quiet crowds.
Because there's no sound, it's quiet, and then all you hear is the sound of the swoosh. Woof. You can actually hear it because it's so quiet in there. Where the woof. I love that sound in booth when you hear the swoosh. Love it.
Yeah, he's been on the road for a while. It's a 4th or 5th game on the road here so for this Miami Heat team. So it could be some road fatigue. I wouldn't doubt that. But this Laker team is not looked that sharp. All right, we got you through here. The NBA for tonight. Now it's time to turn our attention over to college hoops. So we'll do these in blocks. So let's get to the college basketball right now. As we got the odds screen set up for you in college hoops. We'll get the scroll going for you as well in college hoops. All right, so in this slate, we will start here. We got some games already underway. You'll see some scores coming in already. Well, we had some early action to even the 6:30 game start. So in this block, we'll do from 7 Eastern to 8:30 Eastern. From 7 Eastern to 8:30 Eastern in college hoops. We're going to run down it right now. You're going to see some games already in progress in college hoops. We had some early start times here to some of these. The 9:30 games have already started, showing on my camera. So these are the games that we'll be covering here at the 7 Eastern slot. There's a lot of games here at 7. A lot of these smaller conferences in action, as you can see. A10, we got some ACC, got a pretty good Big Ten battle right there going on between Kansas and Iowa State. Iowa State holding steady here, coming down from 6 early this morning down to 5. That's one of the big games here tonight. ESPN2 will televise it. Then we go through some of the small tournaments here, small conferences, I should say. ACC action as well here. AAC action there. Our Chattanooga, I think that's close to buddy there near Chattanooga there. Colgate Navy today. George Mason and Dayton will be in action tonight. I think you'll get a pick from that game. Richmond in action against St. the Bonnies there, and Seton Hall and Butler to go at it today. And we're going to stop here. We'll continue going. Georgia, Tennessee here from the SEC. We'll be going out. Look at this big line there with Tennessee favored there, and we will stop at the 8:30 game. So we'll keep going through it. This is where we'll stop. We'll cover this game in the next series of games. So we'll stop here at 8 Eastern tonight. So let's get this block started off here with Rod.
I'm starting at these 8 Eastern games. First one I'm looking at here is where to go. I'm looking at Colgate taking on Navy here in this matchup. Colgate favored on the road there in that matchup. I don't like it. Give me Navy at home in that matchup. You know Navy's a scrappy bunch. It was a 3.5 earlier. I see it's come down a little bit in places. Definitely shot. You're not going to get the best of it there. I like Navy plus the points. I think they got a great shot as a home dog in that one to win outright. And then there's a little home dog I'm looking at here. Uh, give me Wright State here versus Purdue Fort Wayne. We know Purdue Fort Wayne. They've been ripping it up. You look at that 12-5 against the number. They live and die by the 3 ball. And they cool down from behind the arc. Well, it's going to be a long night for Purdue Fort Wayne there. I like Wright State. I think the wrong team's favorite there. Give me Wright State plus the 2 in that matchup. And give me Richmond plus the 13 versus the Bonnies. I think 13 is just too many. I think the Bonnies win that game. It's just too many points to be covered. I don't know. I think it's a single-digit win for St. Bonnie's there in that matchup. So I'll take the 13 with Richmond. And then I just don't trust Penn State on the road. Cover your ears, Joey. Penn State, they for me, they're just not where I want to be putting my money on the road. They don't shoot very good. They don't play very good defense. And this Michigan State team, they're rolling right along. They can do both. They're playing solid defensive basketball, and they can definitely run you right out of the gym there in that one. And I think they do. I got Michigan State easily handling Penn State in that matchup, probably by about 15 plus. Give me Sparty in that one over Penn State.
Sparty there from Rod. Next up, we move on over to Joey.
Yeah, Rod, I'm with you. I'd lay up with Michigan State against the Penn State Nittany Lions as well. They've lost 3 straight. They covered against Oregon last game out, but man, they are horrible on the road. Last time out, they lost by 39 against Illinois. I think Sparty runs away with this one, especially late in the second half. I think Tennessee covers this one at home against Georgia. This has a really similar vibe to the Auburn game last night. I really think Tennessee can put a pounding on Georgia. Georgia had their big win against Kentucky a few games ago, but this Tennessee defense is nothing like Kentucky. I think Tennessee is going to squander Georgia tonight. And then I like Houston against West Virginia. I know it's a big number, but Houston is just so good at home. They're 7-2 against the number at home this season. I don't know. Houston's defense is insane. They can shoot the ball. I think West Virginia's going to have a lot of problems tonight against them.
There from Joey. Next up, we move on over to Wayne.
Yeah, I got a couple of big lines, but these are the games I like. But this first one, I'm going to start off with a small line. UAB over South Florida. South Florida just isn't it this year. I think UAB can come out there and I think we got a short number for a reason. UAB is starting to turn around, play a lot better. It's something I just don't trust what I've been seeing out of South Florida. I think this line is where it's at for a reason. Give me UAB. Give me UNCG, Greensboro over Citadel. Citadel is just not good on neither side of the ball. They're going long spurts where they can't score. I faded them in spots. I've taken them in spots where they're getting a lot of a good number. But in this spot, I just like UNCG. They normally turn it on. Their team, they will ain't scared to blow teams out. So I like them in this spot. And give me North Carolina over Cal. I like the guard play from North Carolina. North Carolina really hasn't been strong, laying bigger numbers this year, but I think they can come out there and beat Cal pretty handily. Just like this North Carolina team, I think they'll start turning around, playing a lot better, and get a blowout win in this spot.
There from Wayne. All right, I'll tell you what I think here in some of these games right now. I'm going to be looking here at Seton Hall plus the points. The Bulldogs here really shooting the ball poorly. 0-6 in the Big East this year is Butler. The Butler Bulldogs really been struggling here. 9th in both offensive and defensive efficiency in the conference. Also rebounding very poorly in the conference. That's one of the strengths here for Seton Hall is rebounding the basketball on both ends. I'll look at Seton Hall plus the points. Also liked George Mason plus the points here. Dayton has failed to cover 5 straight, and it's gone the other way for this Dayton Flyers team. When you look at their numbers here, 11th in offensive efficiency. They're struggling on the glass, only hitting 26% from 3. They're also 9th in defensive efficiency in the conference. Get up 35% from 3 and 50% inside. The Patriots, a really good defensive team away from home, allowing 36%. I'll look there at George Mason plus the points. Give me Kansas here plus 6. Kansas defense has been phenomenal this year. You look at the tops of defensive efficiency in the Big 12. They rebound plus whole team to 23% from 3, 38% overall. A team that secures the basketball, they make their free throws at 86%. I like Kansas State plus the points, but also note that Kansas has gone under in 13 straight. So under the total with Kansas in 13 straight, really powered by that great defense for this Jayhawks team. I'm going to take under in Penn State and Michigan State. Penn State has gotten under in all 7 of their games away from home. Those are true road games and neutral courts. 7-0 to the under for Penn State, like under in Penn State, Michigan State. We just saw Michigan State pound Washington and put a stranglehold on their offense. Nittany Lions really have struggled shooting the basketball in conference, and Michigan State has been strong defensively here, allowing 24% from 3, 45% from 2 against the Big Ten. Penn State 13th in offensive efficiency in the conference. Let's continue here on the drive-thru as we're ready here to close out college hoops. We're going to cover the games from 9 Eastern to 11 Eastern. This will be our second block here, second and final block from college hoops. So let's go ahead and move the chains here in college basketball. As you can see, some of the games that we may or may not be covering here. We see Cincinnati and Colorado tonight at the 9 Eastern time. SMU and Virginia will be in action as well. Some ACC in there. Purdue and Washington. Purdue on the road here, laying 7.5 in Washington. It's been a really tough year for Washington this year in the Big Ten. Look at this late start here. And Texas, Oklahoma, 10 Eastern time. That is 9 local time in Oklahoma, but we don't very rarely see these teams play at this late hour. Then, of course, Utah State, UNLV, your TV game at night here. UNLV will have a pick from this game. Utah State laying 5 on the road, total 140.5. CBS Sports Network, your late night game. Pretty good one there from the Mountain West. So let's get this one underway here with Rod.
Yeah, and I like I'm looking at the over between Pittsburgh and Florida State. We know Pittsburgh's offense can definitely score plenty enough points, and I think Florida State will be able to put up some points as well. Buck 48, too light. I think we usually get into the buck 50s, maybe even in the buck 60s in that one between Pittsburgh, Florida State. And for me, I like give me Virginia plus the 6 there. They play their best hoops at home. On the road, they're a complete fade. At home, they play some solid defensive basketball. And you look at what SMU's done on the road, and it hasn't been pretty at times for SMU, where they've struggled to score. Even in some conference games, I've seen them struggle to score points. At home, they just run it up. On the road, not so much. Give me Virginia plus the 6 in that matchup. And then looking at Utah State and UNLV, I'll take the points with UNLV. I know Utah State's been a solid team all season long, but 5.5 on the road, there's too many. I'll take UNLV plus the 5.5 in that one. And again, they got a shot to win it outright. So give me a little sprinkle on UNLV in that matchup.
There from Rod. Next up, we move on over to Joey.
Yeah, so I like Purdue laying the points here. I know they started off pretty tough with their road games, but they've covered back-to-back road games now. They've won 5 in a row and covered in 4 in a row. Purdue is strong. Like you said, Washington's really struggling this year. I really don't think Washington had much of an answer for this Purdue offense. And another one I like here, it's a mid-major. It's Nebraska-Omaha covering against Denver. Nebraska-Omaha is hot right now. They've covered a few games outright, one as a 4.5 dog, 12.5 dog, and most recently 4.5 point dog against South Dakota State. I really think they can win big here tonight, so I like Nebraska-Omaha laying the points on the road against Denver.
There we go from Joey. Next up, we move on over to Wayne.
I'm not in that time slot that much. Win the ball down, but not a strong on it.
Not strong here on this time slot for Wayne here. I'll tell you what I think here about some of these games here. I'm going to take Texas plus the points. Sooners have failed to cover 6 of 9 at home. 5 straight failed covers overall for Oklahoma. Very weak team on the glass and very weak with their interior defense. I think someplace where Texas can exploit them is just inside. Again, Oklahoma struggling to defend the paint, score in the paint there. The Sooners team, also poor rebounding team is Oklahoma. So I'll look at the Longhorns in this spot. UNLV and Utah State. Yeah, Utah State has made money early in the season, but the Aggies have failed to cover 4 of 6 in the Mountain West, and we've seen some of the numbers go the other way. In the Mountain West, Utah State 9th in effective field goal defense, giving up 40% from 3, 51% inside. They make only 64% of their free throws in the Mountain West. UNLV 3rd in offensive efficiency in conference. They hit 43% from 3, 52% inside. They force turnovers on the defensive side of the basketball, and the Rebels shooting 50% in the Mountain West, limiting teams to 40% at home. So I'll look at UNLV taking the points in this one. All right, we got you through the college hoops card. So let's take a look at this NHL card. Just a small card tonight from the NHL. So we got TNT televising the game tonight with Buffalo and Carolina. I believe, if I'm not mistaken. I think we had an early start, so we're down to just one game. We're down to one game here on this TNT doubleheader. So let's get on start here with this NHL right now, as we'll move the odds screen, as we'll have a game in progress here. We got the Sabres and the Hurricanes in progress. I don't know if anybody wants to do it in wager. It's up there. But the night game on TNT tonight will be Oilers and Wild with a strange early start here. We've got the Oilers 2-14 on the road. Total sits here at 6. This is the only game here that's still set to go off tonight, as we already had a puck drop in Carolina and Buffalo. So we'll get this one underway here with Rod.
Yeah, and you look at that one there for the Oilers. It's the first of a back-to-back for the Oilers in that matchup. So it's Picard getting the start for the Oilers tomorrow night. They got to go play Colorado. So how much are they motivated in this game? This will be the third meeting between these two teams this season. The road team's been dominant in both. So definitely home cooking for neither of these teams. I would like to lean to the Oilers, but give me the under. I like what Picard can do. I think it's one of those slow-paced type games for the Oilers where they sit back. I don't think they want to run a gun. The last time they came into Minnesota, it was a 7-1 win for the Oilers in that one. But I think they want to conserve energy, knowing that they got to face Colorado, their arch nemesis. The Oilers don't like Colorado, so it's one of those spots that they might be looking a little ahead to. But low-scoring pace game in this one. Give me the under in this Oilers game tonight. And if you want to take Buffalo minus the. Take them on the puck line. I don't think Carolina gives a rat's crap about that game tonight. And I think Buffalo continues to roll. I had Buffalo in the beginning. This one just looked like one of those sleepy dead spots from Carolina. So if you want to take them live, I think you can find the puck line of Buffalo at still a half decent price out there. Yeah,
from Rod on over to Joey.
Yeah, so I like the Wild here at home. I think this is a really good price for them. Similar to what Rod was saying, Cal Card, or whatever his last name is, can't really say it, is in net tonight. I don't know. I think Minnesota is a solid team. I think this is incredible value for a team that has a goalie who posted a 6-2-0 mark in December and should be able to make a couple good stops tonight. Like we saw in their last game, the Oilers only put up one goal against the Kings. They might need a little bit more than one goal tonight, but it might be difficult getting one. So I like the Wild here at this plus 190.
From Joey on over to Wayne. He's got no NHL, no ice, no skates today for Wayne here. All right, we got you through all of the games for tonight. So now it's time for our parlay segment, where our cappers can give out parlays, team or player props, or a game from the future. So let's start the segment off here with Rod.
For me, we're going to go with a little mixed sport. We're going to take Michigan State, lay the points in that one, beating up on Penn State. We're going to take the Lakers in the first half, because I told you I'd find the number I got at minus 2.5 for the Lakers in the first half. We're going to throw that into the parlay, and then we're going to take the under 6 here in Minnesota and the Oilers. It'll be the first of 3, definitely cruising to the under in that one tonight to finish off the parlay. Let's get
it there from Rod. Next up, we move on right over to Joey.
Yeah, I'm going with my 3 college basketball picks I like the most that I just gave out. Michigan State minus the points, Tennessee minus the points, and Nebraska Omaha minus the points. Parlay it.
Parlay it there from Joey. Next up, over to Wayne.
Yeah, I'm going 1 college basketball with UAB, 2 NBAs with Charlotte and Minnesota. Take the spreads. If you can't stomach the spreads, even taking the money line will get you to the plus money.
There from Wayne. I'll tell you what I like here in my 3-teamer. I like the Michigan State, Penn State to go under the total with. I like the Utah Jazz plus the points. Nets, Clippers over the total there for me here with your parlay. All right, we got you through that. Now it's time for see what the cappers have for sale over at Pick Dog Prim. Head into a busy week of action from hoops and hockey, football on the weekend, and of course on the Monday night we have the championship game. So those 7-day passes will include all the football for the rest of the week here. Let's see what Wayne has for sale over at Pick Dogs Premium. Wayne here put up some really good numbers this year in the NFL. What's for sale overall as well for the year?
Yes, sir. As I mentioned earlier on the show, coming off of 2 slightly losing days, so looking to bounce back today. Love the card, strong card, 3 NBA plays, 3 college basketball plays. Got 2 different 3-packs for you, and my best bet in NBA and college basketball separated. As Tony said, grabbing a long-term plan will get you into this weekend. I already have 2 NFL plays posted I absolutely love. Jump on early to beat that line movement. Pair me up with one of these top handicappers, 2 or 3. we'll continue to put this money in your pocket. Don't forget to use the promo code PICK. Save you a little money.
That's right. Let's see. Get on board with Wayne over at Pick Dogs Premium. See what Rod has for sale. Rod has been on an absolute tear. Look at this the last 30 days, approaching 2,600 units of profit.
Yeah, definitely been hot. So jump on board. I got a college basketball 3-pack, 5-2 run to start the week. Been rolling in college hoop over the last 30 days as well. So I got a nice little 3-pack there. To start the week, I've hit back-to-back on my NBA drop and dime play. My solo play again tonight in the NBA that I absolutely love. So looking to get 3 straight on it. And then I also got an NHL sniper play going today. But as Wayne said before, the best way to go is long-term. As you can see, we've been hot over the last 30 days. That goes all the way back to December last year. Been hot over the last couple of months. So definitely jump aboard as we continue to find those winners. We got some more NFL playoff action this weekend as well. So that's the way to go. Jump aboard some long term. As Wayne said, 2-for-1 capper promotional. Can't go wrong with that. 2-for-1, 3-for-1. Pair all of us up that you see on today's show and have 4-for-1. I'm quite sure that all of us will put some money in your pocket this weekend. So jump aboard with some big week. Lots of big action, big games going forward the rest of this week. I'm excited. Let's continue to make some money.
That's aboard on with Rod over at Pick Dogs Premium, doing some great work. As you can see, long-term pass is the way to go. Let's see what Joey has for sale over at Pick Dogs Premium right now. Joey's been hot here in college hoops for the year.
Yeah, I got a college basketball 4-pack tonight, including both my A10 and Big 12 game of the week. I went 4-0 on my game of the week 4-pack last night. I am 48-28 on a 63% college basketball run. Use the code PICK for 15% off any of those plays tonight.
That's right. So, guys, get on board with Joey over at Pick Dogs Premium. Get those long-term passes. That's your value right now. I got a best bet on the board right now from college hoops. Also a 3-pack there. Best bet from NBA and a 3-pack from college hoops. Come off a really good day yesterday, 3-1. Hitting the best bet in there yesterday with USC. Got a best bet for you tonight here from the NBA as well as a 3-pack from college hoops. Why not get my 7-day out sports pass? I'm having a great year in NFL as well as college football this year. That 7-day pass will cover all the football, your playoffs on Saturday, Sunday, your championship game on Monday, and all the hoops in that 7-day period. Use promo code PICK at checkout. You'll save that 15% off. Multi-capper promotion. Match me up with any of your favorite cappers here on the multi-cap promotion. Great value there. All right, we got you through the show. Guys, we'll be back again here tomorrow live at 6 p.m. Eastern time. Do it all over again. We'll have coverage for you here from the NBA, NHL, and college basketball here for you guys. So make sure you tune into the show. And, of course, make sure you like, subscribe, and set those notifications. Be live with us so you get the plays in real time there as we'll let everybody roll for today. Does anybody have anything to say before we head out for tonight?
Nope.
Yeah,
As always, from
tomorrow. Take Michigan tomorrow. Since I'm not here, the one day that I am not around tomorrow it is Michigan. In tomorrow's college basketball action, they're playing the Gophers. Gophers are ass. They've covered 3 times this season at best. Michigan runs them out of the game and wins by 20. I'll take Michigan. Big.
That's big, exactly. And I'll make probably say Big Al, press for Big Al. Hope everything is fine with his home. Yeah, tough situations out there in LA. We'll see it. Hopefully things work out for him over there in LA. All right, that's going to do it here for the drive through. We're back again tomorrow here live at 6 p.m. each time. So make sure you like, subscribe, set those notifications. We're going to say